dropping risky reels 20 times. This is what happened. Game number 1. I ended up dropping a little outside risky reels because I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, I found this guy without a gun. Somehow, it didn't get any damage on him for a while. But I do like risky reels, mostly. It's on the edge of the map, which means it isn't that good of a location without many chests, but also 100% of people who come here are noobs, including myself. Game number 2. I ended up dropping the big screen because this is a drive-in theater. It's a horrible drop, don't do this. Anyway, I ended up shotgunning this guy, and directly after, actually finding my first ever minigun, which was pretty cool. Anyway, the minigun is actually very good. I used it well. Anyway, I don't know why these things are here. I don't understand their usefulness. It isn't really that great unless you already use it like I do. Anyway, found a plane and hardly used it. Found this guy just trying to loot his treasure chest, and oh yeah. Yeah, that's some good loot. Anyway, this kid on a quad crasher ended up launching me halfway across something. Then he left and leaded me straight to this fresh young Newberton, who I swiftly let out of his misery. I say swiftly, but it took me like 17 seconds. It was bad. Anyway, I ended up minigunning this guy just to get third-partied, not reacting until I was already dead. Very fun. Anyway, that was embarrassing. Game 3, I should not be doing this. Anyway, I then found this kid breaking through a wall, so I did what we would all do. I don't exactly know why I left this in the video. I think I was planning something, but I just didn't. Anyway, I ended up finally being killed very quickly. I say again, quickly, why? Anyway, I dropped back house this time. It's fine. It's not super great. It's fine. I killed a triggerfish. Then I ended up getting killed myself. Game 5 was the first time I actually made it outside risky. Here's some tips for once you get out here. First off, loot this tree to the south to make way for this one. Then go to the houses that you will see on my left. Yeah, right about now. Because those have some pretty good loot and generally at least 1 or 2 easy kills in them, depending on how lucky you are. I really like third-partying people with the balloons because it just makes me feel really good ending someone else's game. But I got a kill, my controller disconnected, but it's fine. Then I ended up third-partying some more. Final 5. I saw this guy go into the shack, so naturally I got the first shot in, so obviously I died. So obviously I was quite salty. Don't even know if this was in Salty Springs or not. I ended up dropping these houses directly to the north of Risky Reels. Never do this. They are very bad and have very little good loot. I think between them they have 2 chests total. Then I left this in the video for no reason. I ended up getting dispatched quite quickly by this guy. Anyway, game 7, I ended up finding someone breaking through a wall for the 2nd time. So, obviously, I dispatched him. Then, I got karma. Game 8, I'm dropping to the farmhouse thing, also to the north. It's also very bad, don't go there. The only reason why you would go there is to get a plane, to go somewhere else to get more loot. It only ever worked out for me this game because I found an unarmed person just running around, so that was fun. Then, I ended up getting killed. At 17th, that's not bad. Game 9, I'm finally dropping into the best spot in Rescue Reels. This place is the best because it has Sam Ugly's back house, but it's all much closer together, letting you go get more loot faster to gear up for a fight, which went very well for me when I tried to third party these people who just weren't interested in the business, clearly. Game 10, I dropped into the same spot again, because it's just the best spot. If you want to loot the entirety of Rescue Reels, you should probably go in a clockwise formation, because it's just the most adequate. Clearly, though, that didn't help me. Oh, wait, balloons. Balloons! Balloons are not given enough credit, because a lot of people think that they've gone downhill. I am not of that opinion due to what you just saw. But then loot late happened. Game 11! In game 12, I ended up harvesting these two people's souls using my dualies. It was actually quite fun harvesting some souls. Then, I ended up getting salted on quite efficiently. Game 13, I was AFK when I dropped, so I ended up dropping into the farmhouse again. I didn't notice the plane. Still don't come here. It still isn't great unless you just want to fly to somewhere like Tilted and dive bomb someone. But it didn't matter because I actually got risky all to myself this game, which is always good when it happens. I generally leave the place with some pretty good loot. And this player actually wanted to try a new kind of fighting that I've now called zipline fighting because of ziplines. Why not, I guess? It's just kind of interesting what happens sometimes when you just use ziplines to your fighting advantage, which clearly I did a little better than the other player in the situation, so I left alive. Yeah, it took me a while. Most of the game, I actually ended up hiding in the trees inside of Dusty Divot. I didn't have great stuff, but I had stuff that would suffice. It's not that bad strategy, since people generally don't look up in Fortnite all that much, except if they're checking for a sky base. Anyway, I found a third player breaking through a wall straight to my pump. Yeah, that's... whatever. Anyway, Final 5. I wonder what could go wrong. Actually, no, wait, Final 3. I hid behind this hill, just waiting for the other two players to duke it out, so I could go in. But then, I found this house who was not empty. I was quite mad about that one. That didn't go my way. Game 14. Game 14, I was AFK, but it didn't matter because it was right above Risky Reels, okay? I was scared, so I ended up dropping back house for no particular reason other than I was scared. And then I actually got my first ever grenade kill, and it felt kinda good. Yeah, it's not much. It's fine. Yeah. Then, I found a drift board, because they're fun. I ended up using it to find this giant pile of loot that people keep dying over. What could go wrong? I ended up being part of the giant pile of loot that people keep dying over. Game 15. I ended up putting a good fight in Game 16, but clearly not that good since I died. In Game 17, I ended up finding the fourth person to break through a wall, and this other guy who thought I didn't know he was there with a stink bomb, so I actually ended up killing him. It felt good. Anyway, then I got quite tilted and didn't survive. Game 18, I found the fifth guy breaking through a wall. it was, I also found the minigun, and you could say that I used it quite effectively right off the bat. It took me so. Anyway, I ended up spending a portion of the game hiding in, yeah, in here, Fatal Field, yeah, Final 2, pretty good loot. I don't think I have anything to worry about. It's not like the other player has, oh, I don't know, a legendary pump shotgun or something. I don't know. Game 19. I ended up getting a purple scar, and then I lost my purple scar. Game 20. I actually quite enjoyed dropping risky reels. It was interesting not just dropping randomly onto the map. That doesn't mean I enjoy it any more or less. I think we have to do 100 drops to do that much. I also, yes, I definitely stole this idea from Luke the Notable. Please don't point that out. I should have mentioned that earlier. I'm kinda dumb. But it ended up ending with that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.